Good morning, people. How's it going? I am about to look at a discontinued Beast Mode classic Jacques Bogart fragrance today. And Bogart is one of my favorite fragrance houses. If you do not know, I own a lot of them from this particular house. I have Bogart Puram, I have One Man Show Line, I have quite a few more, a Silver Sen. So I think after FragranceMatt, perhaps I have done the most number of Bogart fragrance reviews because first of all, they are very, very inexpensive, affordable. Second of all, their potency. Third of all, they do not have that much regulation on them. So their whatever they use in their fragrances, they do not get regulated. And on most part, their fragrances smell like really beast, more than beast like. I like that. These fragrances do challenge me. They're very difficult to wear at times. Not for everybody. I quite enjoy that. So I would like to say first of all, thanks to Lex Ellis. He is my one of my inspiration to do powerhouses, to collect them, review them. I think after watching his reviews, I kind of got into sort of these powerhouses. Also, my good friend Matt from USA. So two Matts, like UK and US both. So the thing is, let's start this review. So first of all, this fragrance, it's now discontinued, and if you see the price on eBay, it's crazy. It's $102 for this Bogart. Yeah. Is it worth the money, or is it surprising, or it's like a coincidence? I'll let you know. So fragrance we're looking at today is called Furyo. Look at this. It's like a tiles like box, very old school classic. It's like a 80s baby. So I don't know which year formulation is this, but this fragrance was released in 1988. 7 years after I was born. So it's 80s era. Okay. So this is very hard to find now. If you see it somewhere, give it a try. If you're just a collector, it's worthy of being in collection. So here you go, the box. It says Furyo. I really like this kitchen tile sort of look here. And I don't know what this is supposed to be. I really do not know. This is supposed to be what? Maybe a pen. I don't know. I don't know. Seriously, it's 100 ml EDT, but this is more like a X-rated perform nowadays because of the potency on these are crazy. So it says Furyo, Jacques Bogart, back ingredients and stuff. It's made in France. Up there like that, down there like this. So these fragrances are usually Bogart fragrances. They vary. If they're discontinued and hard to find, they're gonna go upwards to $100 plus, sometimes 50, 60. So usually Bogart fragrances on market should be like $15 to $20, but some of them they are not. So here's the bottle. It's pretty much old school. I have seen FragranceMatt's review. I think I have a little bit different bottle design than him. He has a 30 ml and a 50 ml, I guess, with a cap. This one is built in. The sprayer is built in, just like many of these powerhouse fragrances. So here it's like I don't know, like a ash colored, like cream ash colored, and there's this Bogart, B for Bogart, and there's golden here. Here's your sprayer up there, and the bottle is kind of like a ruby red, kind of like a beetroot kind of color. It reminds me a little bit of One Man Show ruby edition sort of bottle, but this is a bit more red, and this is a little bit more darker, right? So I don't know, the juice color should be like a see-through, but it's actually similar. The sprayers, the way they are built, kind of similar, but the bottle design is like this. I really like it. It's very awesome looking bottle. Bottom is it's like says made in France. Okay, so pretty much old school. So let's spray this and let's talk about how it smells, what notes I get from it, which seasons to wear it, who is it for, performance, and what are the similar fragrances. Okay, so in the morning, sorry, my scent of the morning, back on the neck here, is after a long time. This is another powerhouse. It's called Pakora Puram. Similar sort of fashion, as you can see. There's definitely a pattern going on today. So I'm in the mood for this powerhouse. Let's see how this goes. Sprayer on this is very, very good. Okay, so not to say if you compare with Chanel and Dior, it's not as good, but it does its job. So yeah, how many sprays? Do one. These fragrances, if you do more than one, you're gonna regret it. So this fragrance, it's basically, I would describe this as a younger brother of YSL Kouros. If you know this fragrance, this is a powerhouse. This is a beast. This is a beauty and a beast. This is the king for me. Everybody talks about Aventus being the king. This is the king for me. This fragrance is so animalic. It's so potent. It's dirty and clean at the same time. It has a lot of like facets. Like it has a lot of dimensions of this fragrance. It does different things. It just projects like crazy. You might think it's urinal cake. Like that sort of pissy smell, but at the same time it has something sexy about it. It's very masculine. So some people love it, some people hate it. It's a very polarizing scent. But this one here, it's not exactly same as Kouros or lighter version of Kouros. What I get from this is a beautiful opening. It has a Kouros has a very animalic sort of opening. Moment you smell it, you go like, oh, okay, that's animalic. This one, I smell it, it get a little bit like fruity, fig leaves, and there's juniper berry sort of opening. So that is very pleasant. So it reminds me sort of like few other fragrances, but it's definitely reminds me of 90s, 80s era because I grew up in that time. So it has this sparkly sort of a, if you know, I'm not going to compare it with Baccarat Rouge, but you know that rouge, the red feeling that you have from Baccarat Rouge, this one does it. So this is kind of like feels like more like vintage version of Baccarat Rouge to me, okay, in the opening. So because of that, you see the redness, it does have that. So it has a little bit freshness up top, but slowly on the dry down it starts going in a different direction. This is definitely for winter time. If you're looking to see which season you should wear it, I would say winter. If it's a rainy day, it would be perfect. If it's very hot and you wear this, highly likely you're never going to be wearing this again because people on the road will beat you up. Not to say this smells bad or anything, but it's very, very extremely strong, extremely loud. So if you don't want to mess with people, I suggest you do not wear this in summer days when it's extremely hot. If you are in the AC room, this fragrance is going to be like beautiful. You just wear one on your chest under your shirt. That's it. Whole day. It's going to just, with your heartbeat, just like some of the fragrance I described, this is going to be projecting nicely. So if you do more than 1 to 2 sprays, it's okay. I mean, no disrespect. I respect everybody's, guts. But I would say just go minimal. Just go one. It will do perfectly. So daytime, nighttime. I think nighttime will be perfect. I would wear this actually any time of the day. I mean, if I like the smell, I do like the smell a lot, and not just because it's a discontinued, hard to find, an expensive perfume. Not because of those. I'm telling you, this fragrance smells really, really darn good. Is it $110 worthy? Definitely not. But if you get it like say $35 to $40, if you scored this, definitely worth picking up. This definitely smells really, really posh. So on a dry down, on the mid stage, like that's gonna take like 1 hour to go to from top note all the way to heart note or the base. It's gonna take 1 hour plus because this fragrance is potent. It's all the ingredients are intact. This is the good times of fragrance industry. Fragrances, if this one, let's say, let me tell you one thing: if Chanel or Dior release this or Tom Ford release this today, and they say this is a powerhouse and this is the quality they give, and they charge you $300, people will pay for it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like many niche designer fragrance, they charge you a lot of money, but they do not actually have that potency. They don't have that sort of like time for you to enjoy. It just disappears very quickly. Not with this baby. Okay, this is definitely a powerhouse. But where it differs with Kouros is kind of like a, like it has this kind of like a powdery sort of effect. This one also has, but I get sort of like, if you know Chanel number 5, it has sort of like a Chanel sort of feel in the back in the time, Coco Mademoiselle, Chanel number 5, and they have this also Guerlain's, what's that fragrance? Guerlain's, see, forgot already. There are a few fragrances. I think it's the purple bottle that is very popular, Shalimar. If you like Shalimar, if you like Guerlain, Abbey Rouge, those fragrances, you might enjoy this. Is there any rose in this? I'm not quite sure, but I do get sometimes a little bit of floral. Then the real beast will show up, castorium, and I think there is was the other one, castorium and civet. Yeah, that's the note that reminds me of Kouros. Let me show you some of the fragrances this one reminds me of. Givenchy Gentleman. It has a honey, sort of a leathery, sort of animalic kind of a civet note in this one. Then of course the very classic Ted Lapidus. If you like this one, it's obviously not the same, but similar in the same family. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Purum. This is very inexpensive. You can buy this for a very cheap price tag now. And also, if you do like Aramis, this is a beast mode, tobacco, spicy, leather kind of a scent, very masculine. So this one right here, it's the same. If you love these fragrances, it's sweet, it's potent, but at the same time it's not too animalic, it's not too civet like, it's not too like say, like there's no oak moss in this, so basically what you're gonna get from this is a beautiful fragrance. It has the potency, power. Think of like what One Man Show Ruby edition used to be back in the days. This is like a clubbing king for me. If you wear this in the 70s, or 80s. Like imagine Al Pacino, in the Scarface movie, is going out and clubbing. This is the kind of fragrance you would wear like one, two, and it's kind of sweet, playful. Ladies will really be attached to it. They'll like it. So I think the age for this, any age can wear it, but you really have to have a nose for powerhouses. So this is a powerhouse, sweet, fruity, castorium, like little bit like like that, those animalic tones that you get, but it's not as animalic as those sweet or fruity notes would be. So yeah, this fragrance I recommend for you. Check it out. I mean, it's a fragrance, it's not for everybody definitely, but if you have a nose for powerhouses and if you like a good performer, check it out. Furyo, I think, is the name. I don't know where the name came from. It's a prisoner of war in Japanese or something it means, but I don't know. But what I really think of is Furyo, the character from the Sopranos, Sopranos, the TV serial of mafias and stuff. So that the dude with the ponytail, this fragrance reminds me of him. So it's a nice fragrance. Sorry. Longevity is really, really good. Longevity and projection, no issue. 10 for both. Versatility could be better. Not really for outdoors, high heat, sunny days, but if you stay inside AC room, just go one or half spray. That will do. Complement factors. If you have the characteristics, you can pull it off with confidence. Yes, you can. But if you're not sure and you wear this, people will crucify you. Because people will be like, what are you wearing? It is too loud. And if you do not have the confidence to come back like, hey, I wear what I wear, this is my signature scent. If you go like that, people will not mess with you. But if you go like, I'm so sorry, it's so loud, I didn't realize what I'm wearing, I don't know, I just found it, wore it. If you have that kind of characteristics, do not wear this. This is for confident men, right? I think women can also wear it, kind of seeing it that way because of Chanel connection that I told you, but this is a very interesting scent, right? So these are the kind of fragrance I would give kudos to. If you look at retail back then, I'm pretty sure it used to be like $15-20, but what they give you, this performance, the beast mode, this pure respect. Not Chanel's, Dior's nowadays, they cannot give you this kind of performance. I'm not trying to put them down. Those fragrance houses are really niche, like niche quality and designer, but these are the kind of perfumes, fragrances deserve a lot of respect. I mean, performance is never an issue with this, right? So this is Furyo by Jacques Bogart. Give it a try if you find it somewhere. Good luck. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Overall, this fragrance, I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. How much I love it. Great fragrance. See you soon. Bye-bye.